Good everyone, welcome to today's video, and today it's another flight in the Talisman Series, and this is one I'm dreading. This is for the SB2M 103. Now, as I mentioned in the I-16 Type 5 flight, it could be worse. You could have the SB2M 103 MV3, like poor old Hairy Feet did. I feel sorry for that poor bastard. Not only that, he didn't even have it spaded. He spaded it whilst he was doing the flights. All that for his Talisman Series. Luckily, I am a avid spader, so as you can tell, I love me Russians and I love me Germans and I love everything across most nations. There are some exceptions, of course, but even so. So today, obviously, we're in the SB2M103. This was the primary bomber of the Russian Air Force from the early to late 30s, right up until the war started. And I believe 80% of Russia's bomber force was consisting of SB2M models. Doesn't specify what models, it just says SB2M in general. Everything from the 100 to the 105 and things like that. The SB2Ms back in the days of War Thunder used to fly like twin engine zeros, and they bloody went like ones. They had good speed, they could intercept any plane they wanted, they could outturn pretty much any plane they wanted, and they basically flied in even in realistic, like they had a arcade flight model like a Zero. And the front turret on this thing is twin 7.62 Shikass, and it was lethal. This plane was lethal back in the day. Sadly, it seems Gaijin want to nerf anything fun, so now the SB2M 103 and its brothers fly like absolute bricks. And when I started doing the Talisman series, I decided to look ahead and plan ahead for what planes would need doing for this series. And I saw this and I thought, for fuck's sake. It was very similar to how I said it with the Catalinas, but I actually had a lot of fun in the Catalinas. So we'll just have to see. So, bomb load wise, obviously we can take the stock bomb load, which we're not going to be taking. We're not going to be taking the stock bomb load. That's just pathetic. We are probably going to take the 3500s though, depending on the map. 1 to 500 is usually enough to cripple a base. 2 is overkill. So this will probably be our most likely payload. 2 on the outside and 1 in the bomb bay. But be thankful let's be thankful this is the only SB2M that I have a talisman on. The 100 I don't, the 103 I do obviously, the MV3 and the 105. The 105 sucks, it's BR. Then obviously have the older brother, the AR2, which I actually quite like the AR2. That's my opinion anyway. Unfortunately, with this plane being early engined SB2Ms, we do not have WEP. We don't have very good acceleration. We don't have very good climb rate. We don't have any good anything really. The main speed is pretty slow. The dive speed is pretty okay. But if you get down to one engine, you are not getting a better base. So this might take a while. I'm not gonna lie, this might take a while, but I'll do my best and then we can move on to something fun. And even more fun. But hey, we'll see. So, let's jump right in and let's get into the shitstorm. Well, that took bloody forever. I've been sat for about nearly 7 minutes waiting for that. But we're here finally, and that tells you how long it's been since I've flown the SB2 103. I've still got a free repair on it, so if we die, I don't give a monkeys. Oh dear, I remember spading these fuckers. So, this thing normally tends to be a bit loud, so I am going to turn down the engine volume. Okay. We appear to be in a 2.0 game, so that's good for us. I love it how I'm holding the W key in force of habit to obviously WEP, and this thing doesn't have WEP. What's this B-18 doing? The defensive coverage of the SB2M is actually rather poor in most situations. I mean, the top turret is perfectly fine. The front turret is pretty good, but nah. I was kind of dreading this flight. It was a bit like the Dornier 17E1, but we got through that fine. We did well in that. Many moons ago. You never know, we could go fighter mode on a freaking bomber or something, I don't know. Okay, Car 21 Sally's just crashed. Yes, back in the day of when the SB2M first came out, it was actually fast enough to outrun any biplane it saw. It's one of the fastest bombers of its time. However, as it got older and older, and bolder, as Homer Simpson would say, well, not really Homer Simpson, it was a quote uttered by an announcer in a Simpsons episode. The SB2M just got older, bolder, and fatter, and it just couldn't compete against its contemporaries. And there you can see, I'm turning the plane as hard as I can. It just doesn't turn. Look at that moron, that havoc. How could you fuck that up, mate? Okay, final bomb out. SM-79. Oh, yes. Let's go for that, shall we? Note, do not try this at home. That's a base gone. Beautiful. He's turning away from us. Mate, this thing's no longer a heavy fighter, I can assure you that. Good hit on that base. Come here, kid. Let's take a moment. Okay, run away then. I find it funny how he's running away from an SB2M. Okay, the big three's going for that bomber, that's fine. He shit himself the moment I pulled up to come and get him. Okay, it looks like we've got a stat pad over here. Which if we do... Yeah, he's not, but he doesn't seem to be a very good player. Right, well obviously we've got to consider our lockup. This thing is very well known for its lockup. You can see that is maximum elevators. Back in the day, you'd be doing that turn in half that time. Nowadays she just freaking struggles. I'm trying to arrest her speed so that we can get down there and get involved in the fight, but it's just such a bad plane now. So the HE-100 is going to be wanting easy kills, because that's all it can get. Let's see if we can roll the plane. Nope, the rolling rate is really bad on this plane. Oh my god, I'm turning as hard as I can be, but I cannot turn this thing any harder. Let's see if we can get the front turret on him. No, she's locking up, she's locking up. I'm going to have to pop the flaps at this rate. God fucking mighty, I'm struggling. And now that D510's going for a fucking ram against that H8K, or H6K. Don't be a knobhead. Right, now we've lost some speed, we might be able to get the nose turret around. Looks like he rammed the elevators off? I'm not sure. Right, front turret. Do some work. Gotta watch that 20mm in the back. And we got a kill. Awesome. Down you go. Oh my god. This thing... Back in the day I'd have been super glued to his arse. He would never have shaken me. Nowadays though, she can't do it. She can't play fighter anymore. I mean, you saw I was locking up so bloody badly. I'll take a look around the cockpit. I haven't looked in the cockpit this thing for a bit. But I wouldn't want to fly one of these things in real life either. I mean, the visibility is actually pretty good around the front, but towards the rear it's non-existent. You can stretch to live live. You could imagine some moron tried putting like car mirrors on a freaking bomber or something at one point. So the Hurricane Mark IV is playing fighter when he should be playing freaking Grand Attacker in most cases. I mean, I don't mind people playing Grand Attacker or fighter in their Grand Attackers. I don't mind it. It's like me. I played fighter in my bomber. I mean, it took forever to do it, but even so. Oh, the enemy forces appear to be parachuting onto our airfield. Okay, I mean, that works. Right, well, let's put it down nice and gently. We're coming in at just the right speed. And we could land it even slower if we wanted to, but I want to make sure she touches down just nicely. Like so. Beautiful. That's how you do it. HE-100 is running like a trooper. Oh. Okay, it appears the brakes just don't like, well, that movement. Okay. There. It's the Soviet way of stopping a plane. You flip it on its back and break the tail off. Why the hell not? So, because of that HE-100 running like a trooper back to his base, we're going to be equipping a different bomb load. So, bail out the aircraft. And we'll go with this one. Two 250s and a 6 times 100. Let's see though, this pilot clearly is one of those squadrons who... They clearly are one of those kinds of people who, the second they don't get their advantage, they run. We've done so far pretty well for ourselves. We've got an air kill, a couple of ground targets for the bombs, killed a base and a half. Well, technically 2, but even so. Alright, flaps. Not that we need it, but even so. Wheels up. We're underway. But yeah, we're just gonna be taking the mick now to get back, unfortunately. This is the problem with the SP2M, it just doesn't feel any greater anymore. It just feels like it's been given a nerf back, which it didn't need in my opinion. I don't think this plane was overpowered back in the day. I mean, it was killable. The engines are very vulnerable to taking fire, so is the fuel tanks. Once you take out the gunners, it's defenseless. Obviously, it's a bomber. And I really think they need to give this thing a working flight model. Because, yeah, it takes off nicely. Yeah, it lands nicely. But it's when you're doing a turn. It's a light bomber. It shouldn't be turning like a 4-engine heavy. No chance. Whatever. But like I say, we're underway nicely. We'll put it up to full power now. And we'll just fly in cockpit view for a bit. I mean, I quite like the cockpit in this thing. It's actually not that bad. Obviously, the ray visibility is dog shit, but that's most bombers, to be honest. So, hang on. There's that killer Kestrel. He needs to die, that's for certain. Let's have a look at him, because it's very unusual for a player to run away from this thing. Yeah, I thought so. Let's turn it for a crack at him. Really? Why are you going for a Ram MiG-3? Watch him, it will go to shoot me. It won't actually shoot at the planes that are more dangerous. I don't care, he's dead now. He's defo dead now if he wasn't. Didn't get the assist, but I don't care. Right, well, there's a load of armoured cars we can go for. Let's make our way there. That poor sod. He just got absolutely minced. Not only by Gala's F3F, but also by SB2M Bomber and a freaking MiG-3. I'm watching that Gala's, he's getting very close for comfort. I don't like when people approach me tail end like that. Especially when I'm in a bomber, because I get the feeling they're going to team kill. The problem is, I don't know where that BB1's going. He's probably going to go for these targets, which is frustrating because I'm going for these targets. Bomb door's open. Couple of bombs away. Beautiful. That's how you do it. And all we do is, well, we're not going to get a shot now, but we can roll her over like so. Okay, don't roll her over like so. For some reason the retard in the F3F crashed. Bombs out. Avoid those trees. Tank gone. One more kill, and that will be the end of this battle. Well, we can get that armoured car actually. The BB1's going to beat me to it, but we'll spray. Hope to get it, maybe, I don't know. Yeah, he's going to beat us to it, unfortunately. Whatever, game's over. And the sound just cut out then in the gameplay, but my engine sounds cut out then. Random, but whatever. So not a bad game for the old SB2M 103. Obviously, I wasn't expecting that sort of thing, but it can work. It's just, I don't recommend the SB2M bombers. There is a reason why on my baby account I haven't even touched the Russian bomber line, because I don't want to. Fair enough, the only thing I'd have to research is the SP2M100 and I can move on to the AR2, Yak-4, etc. But the Russian bombers aren't, for the most part, are pretty poor. I mean, the P8 is P8. The Yurs are okay, the P2s are alright, T2S is pretty fun. But most of the Russian bomber line is full of stinkers. So, yeah, but even so, we had a pretty good game. We got what we needed to do done. And, yeah. So now the LA5F can go there, and our next flight in the Talisman series will be for the MiG-315. Recently spaded this on my baby account as I grind another thing, which I'm not telling you guys about. And yeah, that's pretty much it, really. The SB2M103, not a great bomber anymore, but you can kill base and a half. So if you've got a squad mate on comms, you can kill pretty much every base in one pass. So you never know. Could, it could maybe go down in BR. I think they should, for the most part. The 100 could easily sit at 1.3. The 103 could easily go to 1.7, etc., etc. They need a BR decrease. They're not very competitive bombers anymore. But anyway, I hope you enjoyed today's video on the SP2M103, and I will see you all on the next one.